Our next topic, Antonio Brown, AB, if you will. Now, okay, this is one big story about somebody whose past is preceding the present. Somebody whose past is making you be blind to what's actually happened. So, first glance, this past Sunday, looked like AB just quit on the Buccaneers, ran on the field, took his stuff off, sat on the sideline, took his equipment off, and he might have thrown some gloves and stuff into. That happens. We do that. We do that. That's okay. But the offense is still on the field. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is still on the field, and my man's is just he's out of there, and it's wild. The whole thing is 100% wild. He just goes off into the sunset. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's crazy. He's this. He's that," and he's ruining the team again, like he's so accustomed to doing, and all this stuff. So at first glance, hell, even I was like, "Man, that fool AB is clowning. He's doing it again. Something done triggered him, and he's back off clowning again." Well, AB got some receipts. He came out, and when at first glance, Bruce Arians, the coach of the Buccaneers, he had his opportunity to say his truth first, and so that's what we went with. He quit. He didn't want to go in the game, and we said if you're not gonna go in the game, you cut. Tom Brady saying what he says up there, like we just want to be there to help our teammate the best way we can. I mean, he may not be doing it with us, but he's still our friend. He's still my friend. Cute. Hey, B's like, yo, that's not the case at all. The case is my ankle is jacked up. I don't feel good enough to really go out there and play. I'm trying. I'm fighting through the pain, but bro, my ankle is hurting. That comes out from AB. He drops receipts. He drops text messages. He was talking to Bruce, and he was being very nice to the coach. Like, man, I want to be out there for the team. And it's like a day or two before. He's like, yo, we are not resting before the playoffs, all that kind of stuff. But AB was actually sending him a picture of him rehabbing that ankle. He's like, yo, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel good, bruh. I really don't. But I'm working hard as I can to come out there. And what happens? Goes out there, he tries it, 3 catches for 27 yards, doing the best he can. And at some point, he's like, yo, I can't. I can't. Now, we know the story. Tom Brady, amazing comeback. It's the Jets. They come back and they win the game. And then there's all this hoopla about AB. But AB was like, no, I couldn't go in the game. And they said, if you don't go into the game, allegedly, they said, if you don't go into the game, you're off this team. It's a wrap. We're done with you. Now, sounds like to me, Bruce Arians never really wanted him on the team. Anyway, Tom Brady did the best that he could. But it turns out Antonio Brown is not on any kind of waiver wires, especially after this news came out that he was like, yo, I'm hurt. I can't play. He told them that he was hurt. And Bruce Arians was like, well, if you're not going to game, you're cut. And that's not okay. So, I mean, I know about that old school football mantra, man. You go out there, if you can breathe, you can play. I've been there. But especially when I was playing, when you playing in college and you playing in high school, you got something to prove. So you trying to be out there as much as you want to. But when you're a millionaire, you don't got much to prove. So if you hurt, you like, yo, I'm hurt. I don't have to prove anything about anything to anybody. I'm a 2, 3 time champion, Super Bowl champion. I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. Like, bro, I'm hurt. But I'm gonna try and be back for the playoffs to try and get us another Super Bowl. But turns out, man, he gave us more receipts. He said that they said that there's bone fragments from his ankle, like just floating around his body. Yo, dude is hurt, and that's what it sounds like to me. But people won't give him the benefit of the doubt, and that brings me to the point of your past preceding the present. Now that makes sense. That doesn't make sense when you say it that way. The past does precede the present, but the present, you got to be in the moment sometimes. And if the man was hurt, no, I don't care what he did with the Raiders. I don't care what he did with Big Ben. Big Ben ain't been shit since. Um, Big Ben hasn't been shit since Antonio Brown. We know that. Juju Smith ain't did nothing since Baby left. Raiders, yeah, let's pick up Deshaun Jackson. 2010, you got something going. But we got to look at this stuff, man. We got to stop. Like, just because, I mean, I understand that whole the boy who cried wolf thing. I understand that. But, yo, when the wolf is really there, like, you really need to pay attention. Like, I know he used to clown. I get that. I understand it. He used to show out. He did whatever he did. And things really really haven't felt right ever since old Burfitt from Cincinnati smacked him down on that slant route. Y'all seen it? But end of the day, the past cannot supersede the present sometimes. Yeah, people can be bad people or people can make bad decisions in the past, but like you really need to pay attention to all the facts of the present, of that current moment. Like, yo, so he's like telling you, my ankle is hurting. And I'm sure he's got some outside people that was like telling staff, like, yo, I'm hurt, bro. I can't I'm out here really playing on one leg. You lucky. Like that's how great I am is that I'm off of this injury, I was able to get 3 catches for 27 yards. Really, it was just one big catch for 21 yards. The rest were like the vintage stuff that you expect for AB to do, which is catch it short and make something happen. He was one hell of a punt returner back in his heyday, and so making moves and all this stuff is what you do. You need both legs to make plays like so. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that the Buccaneers definitely don't want him to go to another NFC opponent. If I'm him, I am going. If I'm him, I'm who's to stop me from going to the Rams? Take the Buccaneers out. Who's to stop him from doing this stuff? Who's to stop him from going to a real contender that he can make a difference? Because there's one more week left in the season. Maybe that week is all he needed to feel like halfway decent. Um, Maybe he goes to the top ranked NFC team and he gets that extra bye week, and that's what he needed to be the great receiver that he can be. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. I holla.